Thanks for joining us. I'm Chuck Jones, here with Jay Miller and the entire Zone Sports team, and we are at The Rock, West Senator High School territory, where the West Senators will take on the Minford Falcons tonight in Week 6 action. Jay, it has been a beautiful week. You know, we're here on the McDonald's pregame. I mean, what do we think about tonight's activities?
It's a beautiful evening out here next to the beautiful Ohio River, and two really good football teams this year. West 5-0, really looking at the prize at the end.
Oh yeah.
And Minford, they're 3-2, but they're a sneaky 3-2. They're better than that record really would speak.
Yeah.
So this really should be a great game tonight.
Well, I tell you what, we've been looking for it all week long. I mean, the Senators coming in like we said here, 5 weeks in, undefeated. I think the only other team right now doing that is Wheelersburg.
That's correct.
You know, so I fully look for these two teams to come into Week 10, both of them undefeated.
How exciting would that be for the two? Of course, Minford
man.
right now, those listeners watching the game tonight, they're saying, hey, slow down a little bit.
Don't count us out yet.
Minford's pretty good.
Uh-huh.
And Minford's going to show you a little something different tonight than they have all season. They plan to throw the ball a little bit more tonight than they have thus far. So we'll see how that changes that game plan for West.
Well, that should be great. Well, we got about 3:56 on the clock. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this. Oh.
Okay,
sorry.
It's all right.
What
Let's
the?
throw a stick to the commercial on this one.
Uh-oh.
Here they come.
It's the EAS system. This is only a test. What?
Really?
Yeah. The Purge from the movie.
This is cool. Do they always do this?
It's the first time they've done it this year. All right. And we're back here at the West Senator Stadium, where the teams are entering the field. The Minford Falcons just entered, and it looks like the Senators are getting ready to enter as well.
Coming through the smoke down there on the track.
Everybody loves that smoke coming through, don't they?
They do. You know, it's interesting. We're kind of semi-old guys now.
Yep.
And, we can remember a time when the teams just ran out on the field.
That's it.
And then you saw college started with the smoke and the traditions and NFL. Now high schools are doing all the things that colleges started years ago.
You know, it's an interesting world we live in.
It is. The field is in beautiful condition, by the way. As you see that, it looks great.
Well, interesting you mentioned the field.
Yeah.
This is one of the last non-turf fields in the county.
Right.
Now
Minford
in the SOC too.
Minford has regular turf too, right?
Yep, they do
so
too.
they're used to that. There's no advantage either way tonight because they're both used to natural turf.
And rain usually gives West a good advantage out here.
Right.
You know?
Right. We're going to talk about Drew Cassidy a little bit too, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Drew's made a big difference in some of the games. You know?
Drew Cassidy is their star kicker, best kicker in the area as far as I know.
Yeah.
And I was watching during the national anthem, which we stood for.
Mm-hmm. Yes, definitely.
I looked at the flag, and I couldn't find it because it's over there limp against the pole.
Yeah.
There's very little breeze tonight, and that's certainly in Drew Cassidy's favor.
It is.
If they need to kick a field goal later on today.
You are absolutely right. Well, we came out here in Week 2, and it was very interesting. Our Week 2 game was Portsmouth versus West here at the Senator Stadium, and it was a torrential downpour, everything else. Portsmouth scored 14 points in the first half, and it got to be about 5 seconds left on the clock before halftime, and they sent Cassidy out to kick a field goal. And he busted a field goal, probably about a 40-yard field goal, got 3 points on the board. Everybody went in the locker rooms. From that point forward, Portsmouth did not score again.
Really?
For the rest of the game, and it gave the Senators something to really rally around.
Yeah, and teams are different. It's almost like horse racing. Some horses are mudders.
Yes.
They run better in the mud.
Yep.
And some teams are mudders. They play better in adverse conditions.
Yeah.
Tonight, we're not going to have that problem, are we?
No, we are not. It's a beautiful evening. I see the teams getting ready to take a field. We'll go ahead and get ready to watch everybody. I think we may have time. We have time for another 30-second, Andy? No, I don't think so.
I think we're about to go.
Everybody's getting ready to go here. Tonight's kickoff sponsor is Barrett & Murphin Insurance. If you need insurance, go down to Barrett & Murphin, talk to Dan Cassidy and the gang, and find out how they can help you.
So speaking of Drew Cassidy, he tees it up to begin this game.
We got Thunderstruck on the loudspeaker and the kickoff getting ready to happen.
Good stuff. And there's the kick.
Nice kick.
From about the 9, searching his way through to about 32. We're going to start there at 1st and 10. Minford Falcons.
Was that number 23? I think that was number 23 carrying the ball.
It was 23.
25 yards on the return.
Garrett, or
10 Falcons
excuse me.
at the 32-yard line.
Darius Jordan.
Darius Jordan. You'll hear more about Darius Jordan. He is one of their top wide receivers. He has the most yards and touchdowns this year for the Falcons.
Really?
So starting in a spread formation, no running backs.
Here's the passing you were talking about.
Not a real long pass, 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2 to go, but they really spread the field. They had some deep routes there and threw underneath in the middle.
Well, you know what? I like the way the quarterback threw that. I mean, it was right to the receiver.
Absolutely.
I didn't see him strain to get it. Didn't see him reach out or behind.
Hit him right where he had to hit him.
Oh, we've got a flag.
Flag down in the area that
we
it
have a
was
second
thrown.
flag.
You would think it was holding, but yeah, now we have the umpire in the back throwing his laundry in too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if it comes out in the wash.
Holding against the Falcons.
So apparently they both saw the same thing.
Apparently.
So Kelton Kelly is your quarterback for the Minford Falcons.
Okay.
Very accurate on that first toss. Had to roll to his left, which is a tough thing to do for a right-armed quarterback. Threw a little short there, but he also knew there was a holding call there too. So just important to throw it away.
Yeah, I think you're right.
2nd and long. And we got a spot pass to the left side.
Looks like he gets back up to the line.
He did get back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10, and they're in a hurry-up offense. 4 receivers to this side.
He's
and throws to the single receiver side, but it is a bit short of that first down marker from my vantage point.
You know what? A lot of yards gained, though.
Complete to Tilly. Brought down.
Well, that's is that the 4th or 5th pass we've seen?
They passed every down, and that's
only
what
one,
I was told. Yes.
Only one pass that was short.
Right. So I think he's going to have a good night, Kelton Kelly. Tilly on that reception, he has 13 receptions on the year, but what we're going to see later on with him is he's an excellent punt returner.
Really?
He's actually returned 2 kickoffs for touchdowns this year.
Awesome. Quarterback's running.
They did pick up the first.
Kelton Kelly, the ball carrier.
That looked like that was by design.
It does. That's interesting because it did not look like a first down from up here.
I didn't think it was from our vantage point, but give them the first down and they move on. 2nd and about 7. Four receivers this side again. Single to the other, and isolation with that same receiver again. Number 3, Braden Tilley, is who they're trying to isolate over there, one-on-one, and that pass just wasn't there.
No. So we come up to a 3rd down and 7 situation. 9:47 left on the clock here at the first quarter. The ball's on the 45.
And a bubble screen. To the right side, West sniffs that out pretty quickly. 64 is your tackler. Cole Staggs.
Gilkey on the stop. Brings up a 4th down for the Falcons.
So we come to 4th and 7 for the Falcons.
Gilkey actually is their leader as far as tackles per game. He has almost 10 tackles per game.
That's great.
And he comes in big for them there, forces them into a punting situation. High snap. Short kick, and they are around it.
Touchdown around the 20.
So the Senators take over about the 12. No, that's about 17.
About the 17-yard line. Their backs to the wall a little bit here.
Yeah.
So Minford, they didn't do too bad.
No.
On their first possession. You know, it's almost like boxing. I've gone from horse racing to boxing now. You know, you throw a few jabs out there and get a feel for what the other team's going to give you in these first few possessions.
Definitely so.
West in a spread formation as well, except they have a running back there in the backfield. And that's just outside, as somebody once said.
Oh, yeah. That was not a good target.
It was a well-devised play. He certainly had running room. Just the ball didn't get to where he was.
Well, Josh Berry was the intended receiver off that. There we go, up the middle.
Dave Skaggs into the woodpile.
Skaggs.
So I was looking. Gabe Skaggs.
Gabe Skaggs, 99. Okay.
Yep. There's a snap. He's looking for a receiver. And he connects
Now
for a first down.
That was a nice pass. And there again, rolling to his left. That's tough for a right-handed quarterback to pull off. And he hit him right in the midst.
Yep. So the Senators take a first down. 8.5 left to go in the quarter. Quarterback's looking, dodges the first tackle, connects with a receiver. Who is that? That's Josh Berry, number 30, going for the touchdown, and he scores. So the West Senators go on the board as Josh Berry runs a 70-yard, 60-yard touchdown.
Wow, to the house. Just a pattern over the middle there, wide open. Nice pass and catch, and he just ran it. Outran the defense, didn't he?
He did. You know, he almost got caught there in the last 5 yards.
He did. That kid made a great effort to get to him. He just couldn't get him down.
That's it.
He tried to strip him.
He did.
Rather than bring him down.
Exactly.
Drew Cassidy down to tackle on the extra point. And just like that, the Senators may go up 7-0.
There's the kick, and it's good. So Drew Cassidy knocks in the extra point, bringing the score 7 Senators, 0 Falcons. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this.
Many people know that at the Battery Terminal in Ashland, Kentucky, we sell automotive, marine, and recreational vehicle batteries. But did you know we also sell
Power Wheels, motorcycle, and wheelchair batteries?
We also sell batteries for garage door openers, watches, cordless phones, and cell phones.
The Battery Terminal is a family-owned business located in Ashland, Kentucky. We've been in business for 28 years, and we are here to service your battery needs.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back here at the West Senators field as the Senators have just taken the lead with just under 4 minutes.
What an exciting start for the West Senators. Nice pass over the middle, 70 yards?
Oh.
For a touchdown.
That's it.
Cassidy to kick.
Pow, look at that. All the way back.
Into the end zone.
Through the back of the end zone.
That's got a scholarship written on that.
Oh, it
doesn't
does. It does. I tell you. Yeah, consistently kicking like that is definitely a skill that we don't see here often in high school football.
You sure don't, and if you have that ability, then you can really almost write your own ticket to the next level.
Yep.
And could happen to a better kid. Drew Cassidy, we both know Dan.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, it's a good family.
It is.
So,
it is.
Great for them.
We were at Raceland last week, and it was West versus Raceland. And Drew he'd get down here to kick, and it would go into the softball field next to it, you know.
Kelly, the ball carrier.
So he's definitely got a lot of power behind that leg.
Kelton Kelly, again, with another, looks like a keeper sweep to the left side.
Mm-hmm.
Picks up 7. Maybe a short 7.
Gain of about 6.5, maybe 7.
Well, I tell you what, Jay, it is a beautiful evening.
It
Look
really
how far
is.
you can see down the river valley in both directions.
It's gorgeous out here.
Tell ya.
Under the Raven Rock.
Yeah.
The watchful eye of Raven Rock.
Yep.
Love to go over there and walk that.
Ooh,
nice
connection.
Throw over the middle to number 6. Looking for Jordan Bowden.
He's a senior, 5'7", 140 pounds.
Jordan Bowen actually leads the Falcons with reception. He has 14 catches this year.
Wow.
They've already thrown that many times, I feel like, in this game.
It feels like
They're
that.
going to throw the ball tonight. And that one he throws over the head of number 23, and that would be Darius Jordan.
You know, now granted, this is only the second time we've seen the Falcons with the ball this evening, and we're still really early in the first quarter.
Right.
But seems like they're throwing a lot left and right and not a lot forward.
That's right. And it's one of those things. I was speaking with one of their assistant coaches earlier this afternoon, and they said they intended to throw the ball quite a lot. What this does, though, is it stops the clock.
That's true.
When you take the clock out of your hands, that can sometimes be problematic.
Well, you're right. Well, honestly, over the years, Wheelersburg has been a very successful team, and one of the things that I've seen them do in football, basketball, is control the clock.
Control the clock's very important.
And
that was a great reception there. Again, little bubble screen there on the outside. Inside receiver blocks. Outside receiver backs up, catches the pass, and makes a move. Got to the inside, and nice first down. So as long as you're moving the sticks, it doesn't matter.
That's it. Yep. Yep, you are right. Snap.
Kelly, the ball carrier.
Like a last-minute thought there.
And as he was, and I want to say up under center, but nobody does that anymore.
Yeah.
Okay? He's in the pistol or the gun or whatever we want to call it these days. But I was looking at the defensive lineman, and they basically did not have a defensive tackle, on that side of the ball. And I thought, if they could change the play at the line of scrimmage, now would be that opportunity to run right there. It's the same defensive lineman this time. And again, a throw.
Breaks a tackle. Gains about 2 yards.
So Darius Jordan with the good hands. They are truly going to throw the ball this evening, and thus far they've looked pretty good doing it.
You know what? They're being more successful than most teams that we've seen this year throw the ball.
So we have 2 receivers out there that they don't even go to the huddle. They just stay on the side, get their orders from the coaches there on the sideline.
Mm-hmm.
That way they don't have to burn time to get the ball snapped. Short drop back.
He's in trouble.
And he is sacked. Big 64.
That's a loss
and that
of
would
about
be
7.
Jacob Gilkey. That's the tackles leader for the Siders.
I tell you, loss of about 7 on that play.
The monster mash, Jacob Gilkey.
The monster mash, as the PA guy says.
I love the home announcers.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. And what were they listening to coming in? The Purge? What was that?
Oh yeah, that was.
I'm not familiar with that song.
Oh, that's yeah.
That's a new one on me.
Yes.
I thought that was a scary movie.
Yeah, well, it is. It is.
Reisner's kick.
Oh, look at that.
All right, a little shaky there. A little last-second judgment
Gains
on
about 2 or 3
receiving that punt.
2 or 3 yards.
Derek Bracken.
Noticed on the punt snap, West really had some good pressure there on the punter, and he short kicked it. Mm-hmm. You know, a good punter is going to put that ball out there, stretch, and get full extension of that leg, and he just kind of pooched it. He really got nice yardage considering that was the technique.
Yeah.
Hey, we have backs in the backfield next to the quarterback. By design, he's running with
there
it
we
to
go.
his right.
He's getting some yards. There's the first, and then some. So we've got Dylan Bradford, a 6'1", 155-pound junior, carrying that ball. Picked up the first and then some.
Out of bounds, but Bradford has a Senator first down.
So we're down to 5:42 on the first quarter.
Okay, here we go. We have a pro left I formation, old school football, running off the left side.
You know, he shouldn't have got as many yards as he did.
Kind of carried the pile, didn't it?
He did. He did.
That means your offensive line's doing a good job.
Yeah.
Got a nice push up front, a gain of 8.
Yeah.
Got 2nd and 2.
Gonna try it again.
Little cross buck.
Not working the
no
second
gain
time.
that time. But you know, it's not a horrible idea. I know people would say, you know, do what has been successful, but also when you're successful, it opens up other things and makes defenses honest.
That's it.
So you might have been able to catch the linebackers backing up for that pass, covering hook zones, and then handing it up the middle. So they've determined in this possession they're going to run the football.
I'm telling you. So Bradford again on the keeper. Moves it up for another Senator first down.
Levi Warren on the stop. Senator picks up another.
You know, it's really a treat to watch some of these teams play. I've not seen West or Minford play this year.
Yeah.
So coming in, it's like watching a movie you don't know anything about, you know?
Yeah, you're right.
I'm impressed with the Senators.
We got a flag in the back, but Bradford is moving. He's
go.
going all the way down.
He
stopped just short.
Flag in the backfield.
Stopped at the 2. Do we have a holding call? Yes, we do.
Jordan with the tackle, but
Holding on the Senators.
The Senators will bring it back.
Now, typically what you'll find on that, if you have a quarterback keeper or a quick pitch or a sweep to that side, it's up to that end on that side to hook the defensive end, get to his outside, and turn him so that he can't string the play out to the sideline. And invariably, what happens here is he'll have to grab, because that's a tough block to make.
It is.
And he probably grabbed and got caught. Don't know who it was, but there's a possibility that might have been what happened there.
Mm-hmm.
If it was interior lineman, then it shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
That kid wouldn't have had any bearing on that play. So now you have 1st and long, 1st and 17.
He's in trouble. He's got to do. Oh!
My goodness!
His helmet came off. Did you see that? The Falcon lost his helmet on that tackle.
Casey Gaines on the stop.
Number 27,
goodness.
Casey Gaines.
Casey Gaines
making that hard hit.
He really put a wallop on that kid. And watched a little bit of Thursday Night Football last night. That might have been helmet-to-helmet contact. Do we have that in high school yet?
I don't know.
Do we?
Andy says we do.
Okay. Because that looked like helmet-to-helmet to me.
Short
Screen
pass
to the left side.
Here we go.
It's that big number 99.
He's got some room, and he's moving.
Skaggs gets down to the 23.
Who is at 99 again?
And just a shuffle off to the left. Sees an open man, gets it to him, and he runs.
You know, I'm looking at the stats here. He's a 5'9", 200-pounder.
Yes.
You know?
And a fullback who may not always get a whole lot of carries, but their leading rusher, Garrett Hurd, from my understanding, has an ankle sprain.
Yeah.
And as a result, there's going to be some other guys here getting a chance to run the ball. And, boy, they're flourishing, aren't they?
They are. They are. Looked like they put Skaggs in again with the ball.
23. Garrett Hurd got the carry there, so he is going to get some carries.
Okay.
But my guess is they'll lighten his load a little bit.
Well, he picked up about 7-8 yards out of that.
You know, he's running off the field here. He lost his helmet, but he looks like he was moving pretty good there.
He was.
So
I tell you what.
How bad the sprain, that's hard to say.
Who did we say that was? 20. Who was the guy that was it Darius Jordan that made the hit down here? That lost his helmet?
No, it was Casey Gaines.
Casey Gaines.
Yeah, that might be the hit of the game.
I think so.
Since it was considered legal.
That's it.
The thing is, he lost his helmet, not the offensive player. So, what a hit!
Well, we'll put that down as a contender for a big collision of the game there.
Absolutely, I can't imagine. That was Mac Truck.
Oh yeah.
Third and a short.
Well,
my goodness, that looked like a rugby pile, didn't it?
I tell you, there's a scrum going on.
Absolutely. They moved that 5 yards. First down, no problem. Big offensive line, foot-to-foot splits in there and just surging forward.
Yep.
That's why they hit the blocking sled in the summer.
I tell you what, they'd do it.
10, Senators.
So the Senators are back 1st and 10, ball on the 11.
Slow motion to the right.
Pitch back.
All right, that time Minford really did a great job of coming up there.
They did.
Number 3, Braden Tilley, that corner on that side, he came up and played that stiff.
He did.
Defensive end did a really good job on that play. Might be 52 there walking back of stringing that out as well. He didn't let him get to the corner.
No, forced Josh Berry right out of bounds.
That would be Luke Lindemood, one of their top tacklers. Actually got to the outside there. Made sure he strung it out to the sideline. I formation, slow motion.
There it is,
to the left.
Berry up the middle. We got 2 flags hitting the floor.
More laundry.
Flag on the play. Derek Bracken on the stop.
That's in the middle of a pile, so this could go either way.
We have a face mask violation against the Falcons.
Okay.
Oh.
Coming in at the end, that's typically the result. Somebody got a hold of the face mask.
First and goal.
So 1st and goal for the Senators, and do they feel confident or what?
I'm telling you, 1st and goal on the 1.
They have moved the ball well.
They have.
In their possessions. Minford shifting. Big fullback up the middle.
And they are stopped.
Now let's see if we can see who that is on the bottom of that pile. I see a 7. 77 from Minford. Yeah, Trevor Bear was the guy who shot in underneath the offensive line there.
Yep.
Did a good job of getting to ankles, and that kid had nowhere to go.
And Hunter Reed was the carrier.
So we have kind of a triple I going on with a little bit of motion to that side. And now they're
Looking
going
for the
to
pass.
throw to him.
And they connect. So, number 44, Sid Shivett.
Okay.
For the
So
Senators.
really spreading the wealth here, aren't they?
They are.
Throwing and running with a whole lot of different players.
So the Senators are definitely taking the advantages here.
Yeah, that was just tough on Minford. Minford had one corner out there, and he had 3 receivers all around him to defend. He could have really almost taken his choice as to who he wanted to throw to there.
So we've got Cassidy back to kick. And it is good. So that brings the Senators up to 14. The Falcons still yet to score with just under a minute left to go in the first quarter. We'll be back right after this.
You've always been able to recognize value. The decisions you make today put you on the road to where you want to be tomorrow. Throughout your life, you've planned and made smart decisions. You deserve State Auto's Prime of Life to protect your home and autos. Find out more about Prime of Life and other State Auto products.
Call Barrett Murphy, your local state auto insurance agency.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back here under the rock as the West Senators lead the Minford Falcons by a score of 14-0. We're looking for Cassidy to do another kickoff. This has been an interesting game.
It really has. You know, West has really shown their might offensively. At Minford, they've been throwing the ball a lot. They're going to have to make some of those plays happen and progress the ball down the field.
That is a high, long kick all the way back to the goal line.
Right from the goal line, he steps off of it. Braden Tilley's going to get back to about the 20-yard line.
Yeah.
A host of tacklers on that play.
That's it. Well, you know, I tell you, it's 14-0 right now. And we were talking about this before the game, you know, Minford's passing game and everything else. And honestly, they're having a very successful passing game.
They are. They have moved the ball fairly well, but they've not used much time off the clock. That gives West more opportunity to score, and they're not progressing down the field as far as they need to.
Yeah.
So they've had a few possessions where they've gotten 30 yards or so, but then in the end they had to punt.
Right.
So this is important. They can't go down 3 scores or give West the opportunity to put them down 3 scores. They really need to get some points on the board on this possession.
That will take a lot of air out of the Falcons.
And we have a flag.
What is it? We have delay of game?
We have some confusion down there.
Hey, the Portsmouth West High School thespian troupe.
So the Minford Falcons will go back a few yards.
So it looked like Coach Jesse Ruby was trying to get the play out there. Might have been some confusion between him and the quarterback as to what to do here. And they just took too long to communicate.
Yeah.
So now,
First and 15.
between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah.
You keep calling this the rock.
Yep.
They're between a rock and a hard
They
place
are.
here, aren't they?
They are. Or as Sting would say, the Scylla and Charybdis.
Absolutely. Short pass to Tyler Miller there, the receiver, and he gets that 5 yards back. But not the down.
Nope.
2nd and 10. They need to run some clock and get it down the field. Sticking with the pass.
Oh! Almost intercepted.
Yeah, he did
Number
a great
12.
job of trying to reach back. Number 5.
That was Drew Cassidy.
Was it?
Yeah.
Tyler
Almost
Miller
picked
did
that
a great
out.
job. Just a little post pattern there over the middle, and ball thrown behind him. Tried to get that left hand back, but that almost batted it up in the air enough that a defensive back got underneath it for the pick.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, what a big play. 3rd and 10. Minford does not want to give this ball back to him.
Man.
But they're going to have to.
You know, I spoke about their passing game, and now it's just not connecting for them right now.
Well, big number 99, I believe that's Skaggs. Is that correct?
Yes,
For
Gabe
West?
Skaggs.
Yeah. He's the one that got his paw up there playing, looked like middle linebacker.
I tell you.
Running over there and knocking that down.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that might have gone.
It might have.
What a beautiful evening.
Oh, I tell you. These are the funnest nights to be at a game.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Close.
almost blocked that.
Snap got back there a little lackadaisically, and the slow motion of the punt, all that together, almost blocked.
Almost. I'm telling you what, a block there would have cost them another touchdown.
It sure would have, and you hate to start talking about breaking their back at the end of the first quarter.
Oh, man.
But down 21-0, you almost wonder, could they come back from that?
Well, you know, that's a lot of motivation to lose.
It sure is. On their home field.
Yep.
And we talk about field position. Look at where we're starting.
Mm-hmm.
The Minford 40.
Yep.
Senators from the 40-yard line.
So the Senators with the best field position of the night starting off.
Low snap.
Long pass over the head of the intended receiver. Cody Staggs was the intended receiver on that.
Well, they've tried that play a number of times now. They're putting all of the receivers on the right side, one receiver this side, isolating one-on-one coverage with that defensive back, and just saying, this kid can beat your kid.
Yeah.
Well, thus far, he's not really being able to beat that kid. He's hitting him off the line of scrimmage. You get 5 yards, so you can pop him off the line of scrimmage, knock him off that route, and he's knocking him off enough to slow him down to where he can't get out there behind him and underneath this pass.
Yeah.
So you look at the quarterback, people are probably saying he's overthrowing him every time. No, it's that defensive back knocking him off that pattern.
You're right.
And slowing him down. He can't get to it.
It's about a 5 to 7 yard distance there.
Yeah, big difference.
I mean, it's out of diving distance.
Who is the corner on this side?
I don't know.
It's like maybe number 30 or number 5 is coming out there. I don't have their list. You have theirs.
30,
it looks like number 5.
Number 5 is Tyler Miller.
Tyler
5'11", 185-pound sophomore.
Tyler Miller's doing a great job out there one-on-one coverage.
There's the snap. And the Senators just moving the ball.
Absolutely, just straight up the middle. That would be Hurd, I believe.
About a 13-yard gain off that.
He's got a Senator first down.
So the Senators take first down with the ball on the Falcons' 29.
Well, that ankle looks pretty good to me.
It does. It does. Now we've just started the second quarter.
You know, I'm really impressed with this offensive line from West. They're pushing Minford around.
Hurd, the ball carrier.
Now Hurd was stopped and looked like he got an extra 2 yards after the initial stop.
Absolutely. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, surging forward, keeping those legs moving. And there again, it was just something that a student told me today in school, actually. I had to teach out of Souda Tech, a little free advertisement there.
There you go.
And he told me that he had a high ankle sprain, but it looks like it's pretty slight because that kid looks like he's running on both wheels.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not seeing any kind of problems.
Little counter fake.
Oh, over
and
his
just
head.
over the outstretched right hand of Skaggs, the fullback.
You know, Jay, Souda Tech's not one of our advertisers, but I do want to talk about him real quick.
Okay.
I mean, that
Stan Jennings would love you to.
I know. Stan's a heck of a guy. I love Stan.
Yes.
You know, but that program has changed so much since I was in high school.
Right.
You know, I mean, they do so many unique categories now.
Absolutely.
You know?
They have quite a few programs available for kids from all the home schools in Souda County, and they've even started a robotics program at what is now the North Campus.
Yeah.
Up there where the highway veers off of 23.
Well, you know, I think it's amazing. Because,
and that pass is at the feet.
I mean, back when I was in school, you know, if you were a guy, you know, you learned electricity or carpentry or, you know, auto mechanics or body. That was about it.
Right.
You know? And now they've got all these other programs. They've got security, you know, the robotics program. You can get into culinary arts.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, it's just amazing. We did their promotional video last year, and I got to actually go out and go through each one of the programs and see how things have changed. And I just keep thinking, what a great thing if you're a kid who's not really looking at college.
Right.
You know, there's a niche here for you.
Absolutely.
You know?
It's an impressive facility, and they have tremendous teachers out there as well. Look at this kick.
Look at there. Cassidy busted in from.
Yeah, and speaking of him, prior to the game, that's the skills you're looking at. A 44-yard field goal. Whole lot of colleges would like to have that in their stat sheet.
And he makes it look easy.
Yes, he did.
You know?
Yeah, and you got to give it to the other guys, too. The snapper, the long snap holder, it was all synchronized very well. So another 3 points on the board. 17-0 with 10:42 to go in the second.
That's it. Well, we'll take a quick break, and we'll come right back.
At Desco, we believe loans to small businesses result in stronger communities. We believe the experience and ability to make local decisions awards you the home field advantage. We believe quick decisions and straightforward answers are what you need to get started. At Desco, we have terms to fit your business. Desco Federal Credit Union. We make business loans.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back, where the West Side Senators now lead the Minford Falcons at a score of 17-0. It has not been a game for the Falcons so far.
It really is not what I expected at all. This West team is for real.
And there is another one of those Cassidy kicks.
Well, the way it's looking, you were speaking earlier of the Halloween Bowl.
Yes, yes.
The way it's looking, that could come to fruition to where both of those teams coming in, West and Wheelersburg, undefeated.
That's it. You know, it's a rare occurrence that we have. We get to Week 10, and this SOC rivalry exists undefeated on both sides.
That's special, and it's great for Southern Ohio football.
Oh, it is. It's amazing the talent that we have down here. I almost wish we could get to the end of Week 10 and then just pick a
like
team,
an all-star team,
yep, and then send them on the playoff trail.
Well, and I'll speak on down the river a little bit. I'll have to speak up a little bit, but hey, Shawnee State, let's have a football program, guys.
Hey.
You've got Spartan Municipal Stadium down there sitting. Yeah, Notre Dame plays in there, but somebody should be playing there on Saturdays.
Oh.
And if you could just keep some of these kids local, playing college football down in there, by golly, I'd come watch them play.
I would too.
And so many of these kids don't go play somewhere else because they get homesick. It's too far away.
Well, sure.
If they're right here, you can probably keep the best athletes here for the most part every year.
I think you're absolutely right. And you know what? I mean, honestly, who wouldn't want to play college ball in their hometown?
Oh, my
interception!
Goodness.
So that's
Cody Staggs, 26, takes it to the house.
I'm telling you. So that's Cody Staggs bringing that down.
Just an overthrown pass intended for Tilly, and that was an easy pick, wasn't it?
It was.
Nobody between him and the goal line.
Yeah, that's actually a great contender for our AC1 Communications big turnover.
Absolutely, we'll have to jot that one down.
That's it.
That's certainly in contention. We still have a lot of football to play. Drew Cassidy's kick might be in there too.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Speaking of Drew Cassidy, the extra point is good. 9:53 remaining in the second quarter, 24-0.
We'll take a break, and we'll be back right after this.
Hello? Oh, hey, honey. Dinner. Yeah, I got it.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back at the Rock where the Senators, we're not even to halftime, and they are crushing the Falcons.
Absolutely.
We got a score of 24-0 on the board. 9:53 left to go to the half, and I'm betting the Falcons can't wait to get there.
Yeah. They need to get inside and look to see what they can do to change at least the direction this game is going. I don't know if they can change the outcome at this point.
Cassidy kicks back to the 1-yard line, and the Falcons pick it up. Return it for about 25. If I'm the Minford coach, I want to get the kids into the locker room and see if we can turn something around.
Well, you got to stop the bleeding, So what they really need to do, is find some offense.
Yeah.
They got to get their defense off the field. Your defense can't be on the field the whole game.
No.
And thus far, they haven't been able to run really any kind of offense. Short passes, incomplete, no time off the clock, as we talked about before. Not enough first downs, and before long, you're on defense again.
Yep.
And West is scoring on every possession.
They are. Well, and again, we see tonight that, you just have to get in range, I mean, if you're West, if you get within range of a field goal, they'll score on you.
Absolutely.
It
Drew
doesn't have to be a
Cassidy has that
touchdown.
ability. That's such a positive thing for the Senators to have. Jacob Gilkey there with a tackle for loss, big loss for Minford. Now they're definitely in a passing situation.
Yeah.
So West can take you out of your game just like that. Gilkey again is their tackle leader, 10 tackles a game. Big on that play. So West is in a 4-3 alignment. Minford spreads.
There's that pass. He's in trouble. He's got to do something. Runs out of bounds. Maybe a gain of, 2 yards?
Yeah,
did he get a gain?
I think there was a no-gain situation there.
Maybe.
And that's one of those things where he thought about throwing it away, just throwing it out of bounds, but he probably kind of knew it was the same difference. So he stepped out of bounds, and Gilkey about got him again.
He did.
So, as far as our awards go, defensively, Gilkey's name's got to go in the hat.
Yes.
He's played a big factor in this game. A sack, 2 plays to go, and instrumental in flushing the quarterback out there. We have a middle screen
Short
that
pass.
fooled no one, although he escapes a couple of tackles there, out of bounds on the sideline there, about a 3 or 4 yard gain.
That pass, the receiver actually caught the pass 5 yards behind the line.
Yes, he did, and honestly, it looked to me like he had some offensive linemen. Ineligible receiver downfield probably could have been thrown on that play too.
Yep.
When I watch this at home later on, I'll look and see if I'm right, but I immediately knew it was a screen because I saw those guys running downfield.
So we're in a 4th down situation for the Falcons again.
Field position. West sets at the 50-yard line, and another one of those snaps.
Oh, man.
And he is lucky to get it off.
He was.
Takes a Falcon bounce.
Well, oddly enough, they've been really fortunate in the punt situation.
Mm-hmm.
That one, for instance, bad snap that time. Lucky to get it off, but the receiver didn't have an opportunity to catch it, field it, and return it. He got a bounce, and they're starting at the 45. We talked earlier. He had his heels on the 50 to catch it.
No, you're absolutely right.
That actually turned out to be a good thing for Minford.
Well, I tell you, that snap just about went horribly wrong.
That's scary. That's scary. That's something they're going to have to work on, I'm sure.
8.5 left to go before halftime. Score on the board is Senators 24, Falcons 0. And the Senators have the ball.
Got an I slot left and student body left. Basically a sweep pitch to the tailback. And nothing there.
Loss of yards and then flags.
And now we got flags.
What do you think, unsportsmanlike?
It could be. Emotions will run high when you're down 24-0 early in the contest.
Got some discussion.
Personal foul against the Senators. That'll pack it up 15.
Okay.
So personal foul against the Senators.
That's interesting. I wouldn't think that West would have that attitude at this point. They should be pretty happy, right?
Right, right.
I would have expected Minford was upset given that situation, but not this time. In search of perfection, I guess.
I think so.
A little bit of that is okay. Too much of that is not. You look at sportsmanship. These guys want to excel. They want to win. They want to win big.
Yeah.
But you got to play the game with class and sportsmanship.
You're absolutely right.
So I'm sure that kid will hear about it at halftime.
Handoff, not much gain, maybe 2-3 yards.
Packing the pigskin.
Ty Wiggett, the defensive back on this side, pretty much put his nose in the dirt to get underneath that running back. He had to squeeze in there, make sure he got some legs and brought him down. That was a fine tackle.
Yes, it was.
Third and a whole long way to go.
Man, 22 yards. I think this is the worst position we've seen for West.
Well, I've seen this West offense pick up that much, so.
Snap.
Rolling to his
looking,
left.
Looking. He's in trouble. But he's moving.
Bradford weaving his way.
All the way up to the 10 yards out of that.
Yeah.
So
that's
12-yard gain.
That doesn't speak too well, really, for Minford's defense there. He really kind of sauntered over to the sideline, and Minford's defense just not active enough.
No.
Get over there and make that stop.
Yep.
But they are able to hold him to a fourth down. West's, is this their first punt?
I believe
of the
so.
game?
No. Is it? Yeah.
Drew Cassidy on to kick deep.
And Drew is their punter as well.
Nice high punt. Back to about the 21. And Falcons brought down around the 31.
My stepdad, Frank Stidham, he has a grandson also named Drew, who also only kicked in high school. He went to Central Crossing and is now playing for Morehead State.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Awesome.
Little irony there, same name.
Yeah.
Heck of a kicker. It can take you a long way. And the great part about that is they're not allowed to hit you.
Well, that's good.
That makes for a lengthy career, doesn't it?
It does. Oh, nice connection on the pass.
A nice little curl pattern there on the right side of the football field. Nice pitch and catch. What's her number there?
I couldn't. I
17.
Couldn't make it out.
Elijah Vogelsong. That's a freshman.
Hey.
A backup quarterback freshman.
Brought down by Isaiah Norman.
So 2nd and 2.
Norman on the tackle there.
And
Minford comes out with a short yardage situation here. Can they throw it away and throw a bomb?
It connects.
Pretty much same
first. So the Falcons gain a first and picked up
pretty
about
much same
5
player,
extra.
same receiver. Vogelsong takes it past the sticks, and we're moving.
We are now on the 46-yard line.
First and 10, Falcons.
Well, you hope for everybody's sake that Minford can pick it up a little bit here and make this a respectful game. And they're not out of it yet. Exact same play 3 times in a row.
Yeah, that's probably not a good plan.
You know what? Somebody's cooking. You smelling that?
Yeah, it's the West Band Booster.
You got some cookout food going on out here.
That's it.
Wow.
You know,
are you good friends with the Band Boosters?
You know, the West Band Boosters have one of the best concession stands in the county.
Nice.
You know,
that's come a long way
Last year, I think we were getting mushroom Swiss burgers out of there.
My goodness.
I mean, they were cooking all kinds of stuff. It's one of our favorite concession stands to attend.
Quick out pattern to number 3 on the sideline. That's Braden Tilley.
Braden Tilley on the reception.
Well, we're at 5:28 left to go until the half. Now, I mean, right now, the Falcons need to get some points on the board.
Right.
And they need to keep the Senators from scoring again, because if the Senators score one more time and the Falcons do not, then we're looking at a running clock beginning the second half.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Over 30 points you do that.
30 points in the second half, that triggers the running clock, and that will not be their friend trying to catch up.
Yeah, that's tough. So, they have a lot of pressure on them here, and they actually lost yardage on that play. So, Barry and Gilkey on the tackle there in the backfield, lost 1 or maybe even 2, and now Minford's in a position here. Are they going to punt this? I guess they have to.
Yeah.
They don't want to give it to him at midfield.
No.
But that punt snap has been so shaky.
Well, that's it. Yeah, I'm surprised one of their punts hasn't gotten blocked yet.
It has been close. That snap was a little better.
Yep. Nice high punt.
And he got a nice spiral on the punt, too. Had the receiver backing up. Number 30, I believe, on the reception. If we have a number there on him. Josh Berry.
Yep, Barry.
Brought down by Devin Miller.
Barry's a big player this evening.
Yeah, he has. He's had a lot of touches. So they're going to start about the 30-yard line. Up 27.
I actually got to talk to his dad earlier, right before the game. Really nice fella.
Well, you know, each and every one of these kids, just to throw it out there, you're talking about Barry's dad being a nice fella.
Mm-hmm.
You know, dads make great kids.
They do.
You know, be a dad to your kid. Support them. I'm sure all these kids out on this field have had a father that supports their ability here on the field, but also in the classroom. They want them to be a success.
Oh, almost an interception.
Casey Gaines there.
Yep.
Ball in his hands and a chance at a pick six. I think he was gone if he catches that.
Yeah, I think you're right. You're talking about dads making good kids.
Yeah.
You know, I really think that's one thing that we're missing here in this country right now is dads going farther into their kids' lives.
Right.
You know.
Right. Yeah, being great role models but following through.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Lone receiver, I formation. Right up the middle.
Right up. It's like about a 4-yard gain.
We're going to have about a 3rd and 5 remaining. 3rd and 6. And at this point, is West just trying to milk some clock?
Yep.
Maybe they are thinking along the lines of they don't want to play a running clock second half. It's not in their best interest to score here.
Maybe not. I don't know why it wouldn't be, though. I mean, running clock gets you to homecoming dance quicker.
This is true. This is true.
Looking for somebody, nobody there, and foul!
And number 41 for Minford there.
Cleaned his clock in the backfield.
That's Mason Brisker, senior linebacker.
And
that should probably go on the list of potential big hits as well.
He hit John Killigan from West. I believe that's who that was. Who was that again that made the hit?
Brisker. Mason Brisker. End over end punt. Braden Tilley receiving, but accidentally touched a knee, and he is down there without contact. So another opportunity for the Falcons to put some points on the board in this half.
So we've got 3:11 left to go in the half. The Falcons take the ball at 1st and 10 on the 36. It's been a heck of a game.
It sure has. Sure has. West has been very impressive. Minford's had their moments. They just haven't been able to follow through and cash in. Let's see if they can do it this time. Three wides on this side.
They forced West into a punt situation this quarter.
And this could be their opportunity
here
right
we go.
here.
Here
Long
we go.
Pass
He's
to
going.
17.
Going.
Elijah Vogelsong, and has that freshman come in big
That's
for
it.
Minford Falcons tonight.
He nailed it. Say it was Vogelsong?
Vogelsong.
Freshman, huh?
Elijah Vogelsong, 17, if I have that number right on my sheet.
Awesome.
Elijah Vogelsong. And in talking of Minford's receivers, the big three that they had leading in receptions this season, you had Darius Jordan, you had Tilley, you had Bowen.
Yeah.
Vogelsong, the freshman, was not mentioned.
Really?
He might be next week.
Well, I tell you what, that's an awesome catch and a great run.
He's had several
and
good. Yeah, we got a botch snap there. That snap was just too low for the holder to snag.
You know, we've been waiting to see this happen.
Yeah.
So that puts Minford Falcons on the board with 6 to the Senators 24. 3:01 left to go until the half, and we'll be back right after this.
watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back. I'm Chuck Jones here with Jay Miller and the whole Zone Sports crew. Jay sitting in tonight for Adam Cox as Adam goes out and watches his son in Ravenswood, And again, we want to thank Jay for joining us. He was with us in the Green East game, did a great job. Always happy to have him back. And he'll be with us in basketball season. So when we finish up with the football, Jay and I will be bringing zone basketball to you all through the winter months.
Little round ball.
That's it. Ooh.
Got a squib kick.
That's it.
And Staggs does the smart thing there, just eat it.
Yeah.
Get that into fumble position, in the fetal position, and make sure nobody can get to it.
That's it, exactly.
That's a wise move. Well, Minford gets onto the board, and a little bit of rejuvenation maybe here.
Maybe.
If they get a stop here,
yep.
I mean, it could happen.
It could.
They could put more points on the board. And what if it's 24-14, let's say, at halftime?
Well,
it could be a game.
I can't remember.
It's not over till it's over.
It's not. Andy, was last year the year that we had triple overtime? Year before that. Year before that, we had triple overtime between these two teams.
Wow.
And it was a heck of a game.
Well, it'd be a whale of a comeback if they could make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
Hurd up the middle there. Nice carry of 8 yards, 2nd and 2 remaining.
So the clock's ticking down, but at least both teams are on the board now.
Minford needed that.
They did. Hand off. And he gains the first.
Wow.
And another 10.
Tell you what, Hurd, I'm going to throw out a green bobcat, but he reminds me of Robbie Maynard, who played for me at Green back in the late 80s. Those knees just churn.
Yeah.
He's not willing to go down.
No.
And the knees just continue to kick, trying to get away.
That's it.
You love that in a running back.
I was going to say, look at him. Did you see him spin out of those?
Wow. That could be the best looking 5 yards I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
And we have a flag.
Yeah, you're talking about Hurd. The only other guy I see churn like that is Dominic Reyes. They call him Ray out on the Berg team.
Really?
Yeah, and it's just like this. Yep. They just don't stop.
You just can't beat quickness and speed.
No.
And they're waving the flag off. Whatever it was he thought he saw, I guess he didn't see.
Well, the Minford fans don't seem happy about that call. I don't know why. I don't know what they thought it was.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they would be at a better position had they continued with the yardage.
Yep.
Got receivers on this side.
Low snap. He's running. He's got the first. What is he doing
just
now?
Just looking and reading.
You see this?
It's like there he goes.
I'm telling you.
Just bouncing around, flipping around.
I'll tell you, he did a big old sneaky snake-esque going on there.
Absolutely. I don't know which old game that was, but
that was Mario.
I think we did some Mario there.
That's it.
He looked a little centipede-ish too.
Yeah, he did.
Right?
He did.
Really going old school on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, pull out your Ataris.
The Atari. I miss asteroids.
Asteroids, yes. Oh, gosh. Well, interesting, he takes off running like that, and the entire time, he's not running at full speed.
No.
He's just reading the blocks in front of him, waiting for the cut, and in that case, it was a cut back.
Well, what's so funny is literally he started midfield, ran all the way to the left, snaked around, came all the way back over here to the right side of the field before he stopped.
Right, right.
I mean, that was probably a 35-yard run.
It really was.
To gain about 8.
Winding all the way to the left and then back to the right.
That's it. I got to hand it to him for
Kid's got to be winded.
He's got to be.
Hey, it's a Mario.
Yeah.
Low snap.
Little pass.
And a quick pass to the left. Opportunity there for number 5 of Minford, Tyler Miller, to pick that off. And wow, Had he been able to do that and gone the other way with it,
that would have been good. 1:45 left to go till the half, and Minford's cooking it up.
They are starting to look a little better.
They were definitely cold in the first quarter. Second quarter, they've been heating up a little bit.
Spread offense. He has a back there with him, a
Second
lead
10,
back.
Here we go. There's the pitch, or the pass.
Nice pass and a great effort there at
off.
the end.
Look at that.
Number 25. Let me find him on my sheet here. That's Ty Wiggett. We've called his name a couple of times tonight. Stretches out and gets a hand on that.
5'8",
otherwise, that's 6 points.
65-pound sophomore. We're seeing a lot of young kids.
Some of our big names,
impacts.
the Vogelsong kid, the freshman, and Wiggett, a sophomore. There is a future. There's a promising future for both these programs.
There is. Do what? They are. Yeah, West is almost in the kicking position again. Another
and again,
pass.
going for it.
And
this
he
time,
gets it.
It is a touchdown.
Holy crap.
26 for the Senators.
Yeah, that was an amazing catch in lieu of the coverage. You see that?
Absolutely. It's one of those deals. Defensively, they teach a kid now to shield the pass rather than turn and see it, because a receiver can fake you into thinking that the ball is right there and then continue on. So now you're shielding, and when the ball comes down, you want to separate the receiver from the ball.
Yeah.
That case, the receiver catches it over the defender and is able to be strong with it, bring it down, and take it into the end zone. Great play.
It was.
And who was the receiver? 25?
26. Oh, look here.
26.
He's going. Oh. Little fake didn't work out into their favor. But,
Okay, so 26 is the receiver.
Yep.
That they try to go back to there. Who was that? 26.
26. Cameron Conklin, or wait a minute, for West.
For West, yes.
Hang on.
We don't have lights up here.
Cody Staggs.
Cody Staggs. Okay.
Yep. So we'll take a break and we'll come back right after this.
1 link, 25 cents. 5 links for $1. Get them under the bleachers.
Let's see if we can get you some help.
Who do you think you're going to get to help me this time of night?
Thank you for calling King's Daughters. This is Natalie. How can I help you?
My husband has a pretty bad cough, and it seems like it's getting worse.
Let's see about getting him in to see a provider.
Care 24/7. Free advice, help, and scheduling 24 hours a day.
Honey, I think they can get you in as soon as the morning.
That fast?
That fast.
Care 24/7. Here when you need us.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back here at the Rock, where the Senators are leading 30-6 over the Falcons. Some really great football we're watching.
Well, and it's impressive. Minford at 3-2. They've played a pretty tough schedule. Pulled out 3 victories out of that over Rock Hill, Northwest, and Williamsburg, and they put up a lot of points. West keeping them off the board tonight.
Yeah.
Pretty much with 6 points at this point. And West, looking at their schedule coming through, obviously they're 5-0, but they scored 20 points against Fairland, 32 against Portsmouth. Cold Grove, they put up 28, Wellston 38, and then Raceland last week in the best game they've had this year as far as competition. 27-21 is the final. They put up 27. Tonight, against a pretty good Minford team, 30 points on the board, and it's not even halftime.
No. Well, yeah, you mentioned the Raceland game, and that was 20, what did you say, 26-21?
27-21 was the final.
27-21. So, again, key in that game, 2 field goals.
2 field goals. Yep.
And
it's so important to have a kicker. And in high school, you usually don't have a kicker.
No. I mean, this is such a different year for us because we've never seen kickers used to this advantage.
Right.
You know, in the past here in high school football. So, I mean, you look at what a difference that made in that game. I mean, that was the win.
Absolutely. Jim Tressel years ago, I love Jim Tressel. I think he got shafted over the whole tattoo gate, really.
Yeah.
but Jim Tressel believes special teams was the most important of the big three.
Yeah.
Offense, defense, and special teams. Special teams puts points on the board, and it demands field position.
Yes.
Where you begin drives, where you finish drives, and they're, again, putting kicks on the board. So, awfully important. Like I say, most high school teams don't have somebody like a Drew Cassidy kicking the football for them. So
you know what?
That's a big advantage.
A lot of these teams, SOC 1 and 2, I mean, this year should really take a note out of this season and what a difference this is making for the West crew.
Absolutely. We talked about dads a little bit. Dad, go out there and get a kicking tee.
Yeah.
Give him a little football and get him started early.
That's it. He's in trouble. And it's, it's up in the air. Looks like recovered by West. Oh, look. Did you see that?
What was it?
Number 30, I think it is, Josh Berry, picked the ball up off the ground. It's already considered down, but the actual referee caught him and held on to him to stop him.
To stop it.
Yeah.
Wow, I mean, West had such a bull rush on that play. That quarterback didn't have a chance.
No, he did not.
Now, he should have probably tucked that ball in a little tighter when he was going through there, but he lost control of that, and what a turn
I've never
of events.
Seen the referee stop the runner.
So Minford has a 12th man out here, apparently.
He does. They do. There's the pass.
Rolling to the right.
Got connected at the 30. So that's another first down for the Senators.
Braden Tilley, a big collision hit there on the reception, but it is good enough for a first down. And they might just put 30 points on the board as far as a lead after all.
So we've got a guy down. We'll go ahead and take a quick break while we've got a Senator down. Oh, wait a minute. He's coming back up. He's back up.
Yeah, that was a big hit Tilley put on it.
That was.
Did a great job of holding on to the ball after catching it.
They're bringing him over
Caleb
here.
Journey.
Let him sit down for a little bit. That was a hard hit.
It's just so important to concentrate. And what he did that I liked, you see receivers a lot these days who will catch the ball off their shoulder pads.
Yeah.
All right, so if you don't time that right, the ball's going to bounce off those shoulder pads. You catch the ball with your hands and bring the ball into your body. That's what he did there.
There's the pass, a little low. Worms around, gets the ground, and he's gone. Another Senator touchdown. Is that 23?
Hurd was gone. So West and we have another penalty flag on the field.
Looked like Garrett Hurd. What do we have, a penalty?
I believe it's going to be after the play.
Looked like Garrett Hurd on that touchdown.
But West has a coach coming out to inquire.
What was that?
I think he wanted to be a cheerleader when he was younger.
I was going to say.
Yeah, he had a little siskumba in there. I don't know. I'm not sure what that was.
A little dance action.
But whatever it was declined.
Okay.
So
that puts another 6 points on the board.
I'll give him an 8.5.
There we go. 8.5
on that one. Dancing with the referees, the officials.
There's the kick. And it is good. So that brings the Senators up to 37. The Minford Falcons at 6. We'll be back right after this.
Minford Telephone and TV. Real people who love this community. They're your one-stop shop on that you can bet. They bundle TV, phone, and high-speed internet. Affordability, dependability. Just try and you will see. The local choice, the best choice. Minford Telephone and TV. The local choice, the best choice. Minford Telephone and TV.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game Game on.
And we're back as the Senators lead the Falcons 37-6. Just 50 seconds left on the clock till halftime. If the Falcons don't change something, we will be coming back from halftime to a running clock.
Well, they only have 50 seconds to do it. And against this impressive West defense, that's going to be a tough task.
It is. Now, what just happened?
Well, the penalty was assessed after the kickoff.
After the 15-yard
Unsportsmanlike.
Wow. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. So we had an unsportsmanlike conduct against Minford there on that last play.
So
little
Cassidy's
frustration foul.
Put it back there. Maybe a little onside kick. No. A barn burner.
Well,
look at that thing.
From there, Drew probably could have kicked a field goal.
He could have. Wonder what they do. Wonder what they do if you do that. You know? If you just go ahead and put it through the arches back there. Huh? I don't think it counts either, but boy, wouldn't it be cool if it did.
No. Well, the Falcons have 80 yards, 50 seconds. At this point, do you just run out the clock, stop the bleeding, go in and catch a breath?
You know, I think that's probably your best bet.
Do you throw it up? And in essence, they're going to run the clock out. When you need 80 yards and you run up the middle, you know you're not going to get there with that. So.
That's it. Well, and honestly, I think they need to just burn it off because West could score again.
They could. Yeah, if they threw a pick over the middle, they could return it off the pick or run a play or two and maybe get back.
I mean, anything. So. I mean, that would just be not good.
But they're still in the spread formation. If that's truly what they wanted to do, why risk the handoff?
Little quarterback sneak there. He gains a few yards.
Skaggs 99 there on the tackle.
Still running.
I love that number, Skaggs 99. Big guy out there. He could play defensive line, offensive line. I can throw a pass to you. I can be a fullback. He's your jack of all trades winner.
He's anything. Well, you know what? This has been a heck of a first half. West Side Senators 37, Minford Falcons 6. We'll be back with some halftime festivities right after this.
The library isn't just a source for books anymore. We are activities. We are local history and genealogy. We are entertainment. We are DVDs and books on CD. We are online. We are education. We are mobile. We are everywhere. We are still books and reading. We are here for our community. We are here for you.
We are the Portsmouth Public Library.
I love the library.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Howell Insurance Agency, serving you for over 75 years.
A night of family entertainment awaits you at the Portsmouth Cinema 8. We're always improving. More games, better movies, delicious concessions, online ticket sales, and updates on Facebook as well. To make your experience better, we now have all 8 theaters in digital DLP with Dolby Surround Sound. Plus, you can watch your next digital 3D movie here. All the entertainment you need at Portsmouth Cinema 8. Movies will never be the same again.
When you're pain-free, you can live free. At SOMC, our physical medicine and rehabilitation associates can help you live free from chronic pain and free from worry, too. That's because we can provide a wide variety of pain management treatments, including epidurals, nerve blocks, and spinal stimulation, so you don't have to worry about living on pain medication. Innovative pain solutions from SOMC. Very good things are happening here.
Everyone has a personality. Shouldn't your kitchen have one too? Craft-made cabinetry has hundreds of distinctive ways to help create a kitchen so personal. It could only belong to you. Craft-made. It becomes you. Visit craftmate.com or call 1-866-CRAFTMATE for your free idea book.
Located in the heart of downtown Portsmouth is the area's oldest pawnbroker, B&B Loan. No matter what you're looking for, it's probably come through the doors of B&B at some point in time. With a large selection of jewelry, TVs, tools, DVDs, musical instruments, and did I mention jewelry? B&B has the largest collection of pre-owned jewelry featuring many popular and one-of-a-kind pieces. No matter what you're looking for, shop local first by coming into B&B Loan, located near the Esplanade at 837 Gallia Street in Portsmouth.
Welcome to your hometown proud IGA, where we have the freshest and sweetest produce, the most delicious and ready-to-eat meats, a wide variety of groceries you can't find anywhere else, everyday deals and digital coupons, a chance to win what you spend, and great prices to boot. At your hometown proud IGA, we are excited to see you. We are the Westside IGA. We are the Minford IGA.
We are hometown proud!
Sierra's Haven is a no-kill animal shelter located in Scioto County. They are a group of volunteers working together to help find safe, loving homes for adoptable pets. In its brief existence, they have made a difference in the lives of thousands of animals. Whether they were stray animals or needing medical attention, Sierra's treated, spayed, neutered, and found them wonderful homes. Your contributions to this organization can help get abandoned and abused animals off the streets and into a loving home. So when you're ready to give, think about giving locally. Charity begins at home.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back here at The Rock in West Portsmouth. I'm Chuck Jones with Jay Miller and the rest of the Zone Sports crew. Andy Millay on the director's chair, Tyson Trinidad on camera. And tonight with us, joining us on camera, is Anissa Blankenship. Big shout out to the whole Zone Sports crew as they take every Friday to bring you the best games in high school sports throughout the area. This is week 6, and you're watching the Minford Falcons versus the West Senators. Score on the board is 37-6. West up, and there is the kickoff.
Cody Staggs on the carry.
Cody Staggs bringing it downfield. Now, Jay, we've come back to the running clock scenario.
Yeah, so we're going to have a pretty quick second half there. Caleb Uhas is the kicker for Minford.
Okay.
Who started this half. Might give him a little bit of word since we talk about Drew Cassidy so much.
Well, definitely.
We'll talk about Minford's kicker a little bit too.
Is
West,
he
a very.
Is he a freshman, sophomore?
Let me look at my sheet. He is a freshman.
Freshman, excellent. Oh, there goes the Senators. Moving right on through, gaining about 13 yards. So that's Garrett Hurd pumping it down the field.
Yep.
That
Caleb,
sprained ankle sure is holding him up.
It's held up pretty good. Yeah, whoever told me that, I don't know. Maybe he was selling me something. But, yeah, Caleb Dunham, senior defensive back there on the tackle. And, yeah, he's flying down the field. Minford Falcons holding on for dear life.
They
and there
are.
again, those legs churning, refusing to go down easily. And 1st and 10 on the Minford 35.
There's the handoff.
Gabe Skaggs.
Keeping it simple.
Gabe Skaggs picks up about 2 or 3 yards.
Keeping it simple, just a quick handoff, reversing out with the quarterback. By reversing out, turning right first, in other words, you get the linebackers to step that direction, and then you reverse and give it to the running back on the opposite side.
Cool.
Not terribly effective on that play, just a pickup of 2. 2nd 8.
Man, the smell of popcorn is starting to infiltrate the top of the press box.
It's starting to roll up here, isn't it? All right, I like that play.
Yeah.
A little misdirection there. We had a slot to the left, I formation, and they actually handed to the slot going the other way.
That was Josh Berry on the carry.
Josh Berry. And picked up 4 yards there. So 3rd and a few to continue this possession. And honestly, I would like to see them not make it. Because I want to see Drew Cassidy's leg.
Well, we're in range again.
How far can this boy kick the ball?
That's it.
So no gain here would be fine with me. 3rd and about 4. Second man through, and he's not going to get to the stick. We do have 4th and short. Will they go for this, or will this be added to Drew Cassidy's highlight reel?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Brings up a 4th, and we'll call it about 2.
4th and 2. I think they're going to run it.
Go.
So we're already down to under 8:30.
Well, it's amazing how quickly it goes without the clock.
I know.
All right. As soon as this play's over, get your split the pot tickets out.
Slot to the left side, I formation. Minford showing a stunt on the left side.
And they pull the first.
But West goes to their left side.
G-Money Hurd moving it down the field.
G-Money. I've heard him referred as such throughout the game. And I didn't buy a ticket again.
$325 on Split the Pot.
Not bad.
And I totally forgot about it.
4096.
Well, you know, just like the Ohio Lottery, you can't win if you don't play.
Don't play.
Wish we'd have played. You know, the highest Split the Pot I've ever seen was $1,200 at a high school football game.
Really? That's pretty good. Pretty good.
That was the split.
That was the split.
That was
they
the
took
split.
in 24.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, there we
go.
go.
The middle, and
all the way down. So G-Money scores again.
Nothing really difficult there. Straight ahead running. A hole you could drive a Mack truck through, or in this case, G-Money through.
That's it.
That G-Money went through the slot.
Tell you.
And the ATM was the end zone.
That's it. So that kicks it up to 43 points for the Senators. And we'll be looking for another Cassidy kick.
8 yards for the Senator touchdown.
Yeah, too easy. And unfortunately, you know, Minford's kind of now in that mode where they're almost playing two-hand touch.
Yeah.
You know, it's over for them too.
Yeah.
But they have to withstand the next 20 minutes of play.
Well, which is probably why we have the running clock rule.
Right.
You just lose too much motivation. Well, that's new score on the board. Senators 44, Falcons 6. We'll take a break, and we'll be back right after this.
My niche, I really think, is pediatrics. I love little kids. I enjoy being around them. It's a very rewarding field to be in. I chose Shawnee. They had a great nursing program. I couldn't ask for a better place to be. From the very beginning, I knew that I wanted to continue my education, so I'm working on my master's degree in nursing informatics. I'm kind of the translator between the worlds of nursing and information technology, and I couldn't have done it without the education and the support from Shawnee State.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back here at the Rock, where the West Senators lead the Minford Falcons by roughly 38 points.
38-point deficit.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot to overcome.
Yeah, a little too
Don't
much
really
to
see it as
overcome.
a possibility in this second half of the running clock.
Well, you know, and that's the other part of the running clock. Obviously, you take that out of the equation. There's no chance to come back given this. You can't run sideline routes and step out of bounds and stop the clock and, try to inch your way back into the game this way.
Yep. 7:15 on the clock as we roll on through. Here comes the kickoff from Cassidy.
Drew Cassidy on to kick it away.
Papow all the way back to about the 4.
Jordan with the reception.
And Minford's getting some yardage.
And cut down there.
Darius Jordan, 23. Wide
Gain
receiver
of about,
for the Minford Falcons.
What was that, 30, 33, 34?
Looks like he had about a 28-yard return.
Yep.
William Journey also getting in there.
Well, 23. I think he caught it about the 5. 23-yard return. All right, so Minford needs to play with pride now. That they have pride on the line. Game's over. Yep. Everybody knows the game's over, but what do you got left in your tank?
You're absolutely right, Jay.
So Kelton Kelly feeling some pressure there from his right side. He had to do something with it, and if nothing else, throw it away if you can't get it to a receiver, and that's exactly what he did. Live to play another down.
Yep. I want to mention a few sponsors real quick.
Absolutely.
Tonight, sponsoring our game, these are some first-time sponsors. Frazee Hot Tubs out there in Minford.
Yeah.
Furman's Orchard. This is apple season,
Yes, it is. Big time of year for them.
A lot of great apples out there. Weaver's Gas and Oil. All Seasons Heating and Air. Thompson's Petroleum. Mott's Pots. Barber's Auto Parts. And Jeremy Frazee. So, Frazee Wealth Management. Want to thank those sponsors for joining us this evening.
Jeremy Frazee is actually an assistant coach on the Minford staff.
He is.
Had a chance to coach him in basketball back in the day.
Back in the day.
I keep getting older every day.
That's
Good
one
Lord
thing
willing.
that doesn't seem to keep just stop at all.
64 rushes to get off the field.
I don't know what he was doing.
Well, they almost had a 12-man on the field penalty, and he beat the clock. Nice pass here. Nice little swing pattern by the back. Number 6. And that is Jordan Bowen.
If they could get half the number of yards that they throw sideways.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. I knew they were going to pass more, at least that's what I was told, and apparently what I would get from that is they felt like West's secondary was a little lacking. They thought maybe they could take advantage of that. They knew they were strong up the middle, so we'll throw it down the field, but they never really threw down the seams at all, down the hash marks. The middle of the field really has not been there for the Falcons.
No. Oh.
Case in point right there.
Yep.
They did try to throw in the middle of the field that time, and it got batted.
That's it. A few more sponsors on tonight's game. Potts Auto Body, Falcon One, Minford TV, Lutz Supply, and Boland's Mini Mart here on the west side. They did. They made our chicken tonight. As Andy just mentioned, that Boland's, all of our food that West provided us tonight was from Boland's Mini Mart.
Very nice.
Wedges, chicken, I think it's Chester's Chicken, and they have Hunt Brothers Pizza. All kinds of great stuff over at Boland's Mini Mart.
Awesome.
And they have the cheapest gas around, I think.
Yeah, you were talking about Furman's.
Mm-hmm.
My wife Sherry, she loves to decorate the front of the house every October with the hay bales,
fodder shock, and all that kind of stuff.
And all of that. And Furman's is a great place to get a lot of those supplies. Got a loose ball there about the 42-yard line.
Who had it?
And it looks like the Senators will retain possession.
So Josh Berry picking that back up for the Senators.
I'm impressed with their backfield, too. Hurd is certainly their stud. He's a good back.
Yep.
But you look at Skaggs playing fullback 99 and Barry, they've got some other talent in there that they can rotate around, and defenses don't know where you're coming from.
Yeah, you're right.
They can really mix it up. All right, so just a shotgun formation there, running back each side to him, catches the snap, and those two guys become straight-ahead blockers for him. Follow his block up through the hole and pick up a few yards. That he did, and 3rd and 8 is where we stand.
Yeah, we were talking about Furman's Orchard. You know, I want to step out a little bit farther. Furman's does a little advertising with us every football season.
Yes.
You know, and they do have the holiday decorations and the apples and everything else. But I'm always impressed that they do so much in other parts of the county too. They're big supporters of the 4-H, Sauter County Fair. You know, work with a lot of kids showing goats and things like that. So, big hat off. You know, tip your hat off there to Furman, Paul Furman, and Furman's Orchards for all that they do for the community.
Absolutely. Ty Wiggett is on the tackle there. Nice little short pass to the right side, 4th and 3. Yeah, you know, and not only Furman's, but what makes a community great is all of those business owners that come together and provide services for everyone to enjoy.
Yeah.
It's our responsibility then to go to them and spend our dollars in those stores.
You know,
keep those guys alive.
You're absolutely
That's
right.
our life's blood.
Well, you know, it's funny. You know, occasionally I'll hear somebody gripe because something was $1 or $2 more here or there.
Yeah.
You know, things of that nature. But I mean, if you look at how much of those dollars go right back into the community versus the conglomerates like a Walmart or something like that.
Yeah, I wasn't going to throw out the Walmart name, but since you did.
Well, might as well, you know.
Yeah, one of those stores that just has everything under one roof. They can afford to sell that to you a little bit cheaper, but you are taking it out of the pockets of other people.
That's it, you know. And not that they don't, you know, not that they're not a part of the community, because they do employ people and things like that.
Right.
But when you look at a small business like Furman's, the profit is going right back in the community rather than to, you know, 100, 200, 300, 500,000 stockholders, you know, worldwide.
Absolutely.
You know,
somebody who's giving back and taking pride in their community, you want that.
Yeah, definitely.
And if you want that as a person who lives here in Sauter County, then you need to go to those stores and spend your money there and buy their products. And I'm sure they would appreciate it.
Yeah,
another part of that too is the music store down in Portsmouth that went out of business a year or two ago. Childers. I spoke with him right before he closed his doors, and he said, you know, I can't stay in business because people can buy online, and a lot of people do.
Yeah.
The things that I was normally getting to sell on a daily basis, and there's so much of, you know, of people doing that.
No,
you know, going the technology route, that makes it tough for small business. And yeah, by golly, we ought to go out there and frequent those businesses.
You're absolutely right. I mean, that's the kind of things that makes the town thrive, supports the children, athletes, the academics, the school systems.
Absolutely.
We're at the end of the third quarter, so we'll take a quick break, and we'll come back right after this.
I do it for the ladies.
I did it before I got married. I do it year-round.
It's the only thing I take my hat off for.
I do it all month long for one low price.
We do it together.
Wheelersburg, Portsmouth, Huntington, Jackson. I do it wherever I go.
They all do it here.
You won't have to wait for the sun to look fine. Come to the sun spot where the sun always shines.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back with dancing cheerleaders.
Dancing cheerleaders.
As they jump around.
Absolutely. The dance has already begun out here on the west side.
That's it. You know, we were talking about communities and everything. I love to see kids having fun.
Absolutely.
You know?
And, you know, it is homecoming tonight.
It is.
So, you know, we make light of that they're dancing already. But it was also, in essence, a homecoming for West, too. If you look at their schedule, their last 3 games that they played were on the road.
Yeah.
So it was truly a homecoming for them to get to come back here and play under the rock, as you said.
Yep, that's it.
it feels good to win. And, I feel for Minford. I'm sure they had high hopes coming in tonight, but West just outplayed them. Can't take anything away from their effort.
No. Who was that? What did they just say?
I heard Valley 14.
That's
I didn't
what
pick
I
up
heard.
the first part.
I'll say, I don't know who they were playing. A few more sponsors on tonight's game. B&B Loan in Portsmouth, Barron Murphy Insurance, the Desco Federal Credit Union, as always, KDMC, King's Daughters Medical Center, Ohio, and King's Daughters Medical Center, as they support the zone in a big way, bringing all these events out to you guys. The Wheelersburg Cinema, the UPS Store, Sunspot Tanning, Shawnee State University, the Powell Insurance Agency in New Boston, and the Portsmouth Public Library.
Also a nice place to frequent.
Yes.
I know they have a lot of nice children's programs down there.
They you know what? They're very innovative as a library as far as coming up with relevant things for the kids. I mean, we used to do Harry Potter Day every year with them, and things like that.
A lot of people think, libraries is books, but and technology's passed them by, but they're keeping up with technology with the different things they can do there, too.
They do.
So,
well,
support your public library.
You should. And our public library is kind of unique. It's actually a Carnegie library.
It's historical. I love to walk in there and just get the vibe as you walk in.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the old post office in Portsmouth.
You're right.
You just get that feeling that, wow, 100 years ago, people were standing right here.
Yeah, that's it.
You can feel it. Well, I think West has got some subs in the game.
Senators into the Weavers red zone. Second down.
They're at left end, number 11.
Somebody under center. Did you see that?
That gives you an idea that your backups might be in the game.
Yep.
William Journey toting the mail.
So he goes down to the 5-yard line, so we got 3rd and 5. Who are you looking for?
Number 11 there on the left side. Drew Staggs.
From Minford?
Yeah, from West.
Oh, from West?
Big plays of the week for this week, and we've got Coco Welston.
Trevor Skaggs?
Trevor Staggs.
Yes, Trevor Staggs.
Back in the pigskin.
Saw him catching a few passes in pregame.
Yeah.
And I wonder what kind of playing time he got. He's getting quite a bit now. But at this point in the game, my guess is they're probably not going to put the ball in the air much.
Probably not. So we're at 3rd and 1. Yep.
So we have some clean jerseys on the orange side of the line of scrimmage.
So they need to hurry up and pull off this. No. There we go. First down and 4.
Journey, the ball carrier, into the wood pile.
Into the wood pile.
Casey Gaines.
So we're at 2nd and 2. So 2nd and goal.
So Casey Gaines, a lot of the starters from Minford are still out there on the field, and I'm sure they would like to put a stop to. This isn't completely a second team for West, but you got a whole lot of clean jerseys there in the backfield.
You're right.
From under
There's
center,
the handoff.
Snap to the handoff right
Looks
side.
like he may have got it. He did.
It is Journey for the touchdown.
So that's the Senators with another touchdown, bringing the score to 50.
Got the half-century mark.
That's it.
And we'll see if Drew Cassie's brought out.
Will it be Drew or will it be someone else?
Looks like
it's
it
still
is Drew. Drew Cassie will kick the extra point to make it 51.
Tyler Moore, please come to the press box. Tyler Moore, please come to the press box.
Tight offensive line formation now. Low snap.
Kick up.
And
no
due
good.
to the low snap, it was a troublesome spot.
It was.
And he shanks it to the left.
That's the first one we've seen him
Yeah,
miss.
and I'm sure Drew's thinking Shanks a lot for that bad snap. That affects his stats just a wee bit.
That's it. So new score on the board, Senators 50, Falcons 6, 7:35 left to go in this fourth quarter, and we'll be back right after this.
This is my business.
I'm the owner and sole proprietor.
I only have one other employee, Chester.
It's a romantic notion. Be the boss, but you are alone.
Well, not technically alone.
I do have a lot of help, actually.
My UPS store.
I had this printed there.
Packing, shipping, help.
Outstanding.
Toasters.
I have a mailbox there.
Best thing, they're right down the street.
The owner's a friend.
I got the account.
My team.
Yes! Careful now.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
We got AC1, and we're back here at the Rock. 7:35 left to go in this ball game. It's all but over, folks. A 44-point lead by the Senators is probably going to sweep this.
Yeah, absolutely. 50 points on the board for West. Feeling really good about now they're thinking about next week and who they play, and I think in the back of their mind they're thinking about Willisburg week 10.
I'm sure they are. Well, he caught it and stepped back into the end zone, so the ball be moved out to the 20.
Well, this is an opportunity, and I'm glad they get to see themselves on television. I can remember 100 years ago when I was in high school as a freshman or a sophomore. I didn't get much playing time, to say the least, and this was exciting.
Oh, yeah.
You know, these young kids don't get this opportunity much. Most games aren't out of hand to this level, and so their opportunity to come out here and play under the lights is awesome.
That's it. The Falcons are moving it forward a little bit.
So we have fresh jerseys on both sides of the ball now.
Well, and that's good.
Brought down by Steven Sadler with some help from Trevor Staggs. The Raceland game will go to Ryan Spriggs and Cole Staggs. Weaver's Red Zone Big Plays in a Week will be giving those shirts away after the game.
So Minford in their spread offense, just like they had all throughout the first half. Handoff to number 20 over the left side.
Andy Crank toting the mail once again.
Andy Crank.
Mighty Joe
wasn't able to crank out a whole lot of yardage there. Met at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 7 is our situation.
Joe Iguez on the stop for the Senators.
All right. Good tackle.
I think Iguez is the big number 60 out there, if I'm correct. What?
Wasn't he on a big collision?
I think he was.
Down, call it 7.
Minford looking for a pass that just won't happen.
That pass is just a little bit behind his receiver.
That's it. You know, Jay, it's down to 64 degrees.
64. Thought it was feeling a little nippy. I'm glad I brought this jacket. I was contemplating not bringing one.
Yep, you're definitely right.
Drops deep for the Senators.
And let's see what kind of punt snap we get here.
Hunter Livingston on to kick it.
Low snap.
For the Falcons.
Good reception. Off the side of his foot, and looks like it's going to go out of bounds at about the 49-yard line. 1st and 10, West Senators.
27 yards on the punt, no return.
4:41 left to go in this ball game.
Bottom of our hearts, everyone here in Washington.
So yeah, you look at West and Minford, they get some fresh shirts out here. You know, these are also kids that are on that depth chart, though. They might be 1 or 2 spots behind the starter, but as injuries tend to happen late through the year, these are kids that might be relied upon to fill a very necessary role as they get into those last couple of games, the all-meaningful games like the Halloween Bowl against Willisburg. So let's see what West
wants
can
to
do
be
with
in
some
on the
of their
Halloween
backups.
Bowl.
Yes, indeed.
High snap. And he's, oh, look at that.
William Journey, show us some
Man, he
moves.
is going.
Running to the right, not seeing any room, breaking left.
I love these big old sneaky snake patterns.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, guys are grabbing jersey, trying to hold on, and that's just not how you tackle.
No.
You get a shoulder into the kid, you
That's it.
widen those feet, and you drive him to the ground. If you're grabbing jersey, especially if it's this young man, Journey, you're not getting a tackle.
No.
He's going to keep on going.
That's it. Few more few more sponsors on tonight's game. Joining us this year is the Southern Ohio Medical Center. I want to thank them for being part of our sports season. Bob and Floyd Tires, Direct Connect Media, Jason Bentley, helping you with all your investment needs. Wagner Rental, Stoltz Pharmacy, Sherman Cricker Insurance, and Gaddy's Pizza.
Brandon Potter with a bit of a quarterback sweep there to the right, but it looks like we're going to have a hold on the play. They're going to back him up, make this a 1st and 20 situation.
We're now officially under 3 minutes left to go. So as they back him up, let's finish off some of our sponsors here. Pro Pest Control, Rallies, Smith Drugs down on 2nd Street. Helping you with all your pharmaceutical and home medical needs. And WIOI, home of the Bengals.
Home of the Bengals.
You know, this is their 20th year carrying the Bengals.
Is it really?
It is. It is.
Well, I'm more of a Browns fan, but that's okay.
Well, you know.
That's okay. You got to listen to somebody.
How many has the Browns won this year?
Not very many. I'm still waiting. Yeah, you got to hand it to us Browns fans. We're very patient people.
Yeah, I tell you what, I will say this: the Browns backers are the most loyal group of people I've seen in.
I just hope that someday, before I kick off this planet, that we actually have a kickoff in a Super Bowl.
That would be cool, wouldn't it?
Here recently, a playoff game would be nice.
Yeah.
But someday before I die, I hope we make the big dance. And the thing is, people talk about the Browns and laughingly, obviously, but before they called it a Super Bowl, we won quite a few of those.
Yeah.
It just wasn't called the Super Bowl yet. It was just the championship.
Uh-huh.
They put a name on it. So, yeah, we've won a few.
Well, that's cool.
Back in the day. Way back in the day. So... really good kid. I think he might be out there. I'm not sure, kind of in the mix. But Austin Daniels from Minford. Votech kid, great kid.
There's West taking a knee.
With a minute to go, I think they're ready to call it a night.
They are. They are.
Put on their dancing shoes, replacing the cleats, and having a lovely evening in the gymnasium, I guess. Do they still do that? Dances in the gymnasium with crepe paper dangling from the ceiling and all that?
Everything's changed a lot.
Yeah.
You know, when I was young, that was the big deal. You know, in football season, that was the thing you went to. You know, you bought a girl a corsage.
Right.
You know, you took her out. You dressed nice. You know.
6-0. The Senators will become in 20 seconds.
And we've got a flag. So that'll be delay of game.
So we thought we heard a partial score on Valley. We heard the Valley had 14 points. Valley is the next game for the West Senators. They're playing in Lucasville.
Yep.
And for Minford, they take on Logan at home.
Logan will be a hard school to beat. But good luck to him. And that is the game. That's the end of the fourth quarter. The Senators win with a score of 50-6, putting them undefeated at week 6, and that puts Minford at 3-3. Correct?
Yes.
So Minford goes on 3-3. The Senators go on 6-0, And we look for them in Week 10 to be 9-0.
They could very well be in the mix. You don't count those wins until those dominoes fall.
That's true.
And
That's true.
It's got to be one and then the next. So they won't discount their next team. I'm sure Valley's going to give them a good game or at least make the attempt to next week. You can't look too far in advance, but boy, I tell you what, West looks good.
I was going to say, does West come up against Waverly?
Let me look at my.
Will that be Week 8?
They've got Waverly after Valley, so yes, that would be Week 8. And I'm not familiar with.
Week 7. Week 8 is Schroeder.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with Schroeder Padilla Academy.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
I'm not familiar with them.
Okay.
But Week 7 they've got Valley, then Week 8 Waverly, and then Schroeder Padilla 9.
Okay.
And then the vaulted matchup in Willersburg against the Pirates.
Okay. Well, we'll take a quick break, and we'll come right back with the McDonald's wrap-up and our players of the game, and we'll be right back after this.
Do it for the 7:30, please.
Enjoy the movie. It's a lot cleaner. Yeah, they actually cycle movies faster.
They've been sending it like a box of chocolates.
Have you seen a really big snake? I hate snakes.
None shall pass.
Wheelersburg Cinema, still bringing movies to life.
Many people know that at the Battery Terminal in Ashland, Kentucky, we sell automotive, marine, and recreational vehicle batteries. But did you know we also sell
Power Wheels, motorcycle, and wheelchair batteries?
We also sell batteries for garage door openers, watches, cordless phones, and cell phones.
The Battery Terminal is a family-owned business located in Ashland, Kentucky. We've been in business for 28 years, and we are here to service your battery needs.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chuck Jones here with Jay Miller as we bring you the McDonald's postgame wrap-up. Jay, great game tonight. I mean, the score was 50-6, but it was still a great game to watch. A lot of interesting plays, a lot of effort on the field.
Absolutely. Great players on both sides of the ball. Always fun to watch kids who have that kind of talent. West just really running up and down the field.
Oh, man.
Kids that refuse to go down, making big plays on both sides of the ball. Minford a lot to be proud of tonight, too. Big hearts out there playing on homecoming night out here at West. That's a tough task.
Well, I mean, like I say, what was it, second quarter that the Minford finally scored?
Right.
So they finally got on the board in the second quarter, and I mean that was their quarter.
That's
as
pretty
far
much
as, the peak, and the rest of the game pretty much belonged to West.
I mean, they had difficulty really moving the football. West is a great defense. They got a great linebacking core. I think Minford felt like they could pass against them tonight.
Yep.
And West sent out a message tonight to everybody else in the league. Our secondary is pretty good too.
Definitely so. Well, let's talk about some of the players of the game. That we want to recognize. Let's start with the AC1 Communications big turnover. All right. So we've got for West 26, Cody Staggs. I mean that was a great play he had.
Absolutely.
I mean the touchdown run.
Right.
I mean off the interception, and that was great.
Yeah, great step in there, and running it back to the house. It showed some speed there.
Yeah. And that's always fun to watch.
Absolutely.
Next, we've got Monroe's Frame and Collision, big collision of the game.
And boy, was it a big hit.
Oh, man. That was Minford, number 27, Casey Gaines.
It was one of those hits where the helmet flew off. His actually flew off in this case. And that boy was on the ground for a little bit afterwards, too.
He was.
That was quite a collision.
Casey was up rolling around. I mean, didn't even faze him.
Yeah, he bounced.
He
bounced off the turf.
So congratulate both of those. Then we've got our big Portsmouth block. And we're going to give that to Gabe Skaggs.
Big number 99, fullback. found himself in a different role tonight, catching a few passes out of the backfield
Mm-hmm.
early, but we saw him a whole lot in that role as the lead back, blocking through that line of scrimmage.
Did a great job.
Providing some real large holes for these running backs to get through.
Oh, yeah.
Did a great job tonight.
Yeah. And then finally, our Toro Loco player of the game, without a doubt, Garrett Hurd.
Garrett Hurd.
Mr. Churn and Burn, G-Money Hurd.
Absolutely. Those wheels were turning tonight, refusing to go down, and he made it to the end zone a few times.
He did. You know, honorable mention to the Gilkey boy from Minford.
Yes, he had a great game as well, and Josh Berry.
And Josh Berry, you know, who
Josh
did
Berry
really
had
well.
a great game tonight as well.
I mean, a lot of great players out there on the field. Just worked out. West had more of them, and it came together more for them. Yep. You know, so next week West will move on to play Valley at Valley.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we said Minford is going to be moving on to play. Who did we say?
Who did we say they were playing next week?
That's a good question.
I can look. I've got a list.
That's it.
I have a little schedule right here. Logan.
We
talked about Logan.
At home.
Minford will face Logan.
So that's a long drive.
In Minford. So that's, you know, they have a chance to look at the wounds this week, look at some film, see where they might be weak, and just try to make a few adjustments.
Well, and that long drive for the Loganites may work in their favor.
That might help them out a little bit, too.
So I'm Chuck Jones, here with Jay Miller and the whole Zone Sports crew, thanking you for joining us here for Week 6 high school football action on the Zone. Catch us next week, same time, same place, as we bring you West and Valley at Valley. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next week.
You